Have you seen the little piggies crawling in the dirt? And for all the little piggies, life is getting worse. Always having dirt to play around in.
Folks, do not touch my camera. Do not touch me.
Oh my goodness.
Sheriff! Need sheriff!
He punched my husband! Stop him!
Wait,
Get off me!
Sir.
Get off me!
Stop.
Stay away from me, all of you! Stay away from me, I said!
You're not going to film anybody.
I said stay away from me!
You're not going to film anybody.
He punched my husband!
In the face.
He punched him!
Stay away from me, all of you!
Face.
He punched him in the face!
You're not going to charge video.
They attacked me, I have it on film.
He did not attack you! He got right punch like that!
They attacked me, I have it on film.
After my wife.
Good.
He attacked me. Right here,
Get
he
him.
attacked me.
I want him. Put the gun back.
Exiting the courthouse, Ted, Wendy, Kathy, and Jim Wallman, the main primary co-conspirators who have been destroying my life for years through their lies and false accusations. Jim Wallman breaks ranks and comes 20 feet out of his way, physically accosting me and getting in between me and his good buddy Wendy and the Yoders. Later in court will claim he has every right to do so to stop me from filming, even in a public alley outside the courthouse. So I broke away from Jim Wallman. I still didn't get the shot as far as I knew because he had interfered. So I booked around and tried to cut in between Kathy Yoder and the wall. There was a gap. And as I went in between, Kathy Yoder stepped back and to her left and walked into me. Brushed into me. It was just a brush. Then Ted Yoder said,
Hey, you touch her again?
in a threatening way. I backed up, asked the question, you gonna file any more false accusations? Wasn't that provident? Kathy Yoder looks around, comes over, puts her hand on my camera, tries to wrestle it away from me. As she does that, Ted Yoder, at first a good 7-8 feet away from me, all of a sudden bears down on me with his beady little eyes. And he's coming at me. So I pushed away from Kathy Yoder, swung around, and hit Ted once in the jaw to protect myself. And then booked on down the alleyway to get out of there so I could escape from getting any further trouble. And, as you'll see, got more interesting then. So Jim Wallman basically escalated the entire situation. He physically accosted and blocked my filming. Can you imagine a lawyer doing that on any one of the people you see on a perp walk on the nightly news? Have you ever seen a politician's or an entertainer's or a sports figure's lawyer break ranks and go and jump in front of the cameraman? You're not filming anybody!
You're not going to film anybody.
I said stay away from me.
You're not going to film anybody.
I was told by Detective Chris Erb, by the way, as you'll see, they have their top captain of detectives on this case, and Detective Chris Erb. I think it's 42-page report and untold hours of detective work. They came back with charges against me. 1, harassment for brushing by Kathy Yoder. 2, disorderly conduct and harassment for punching Ted Yoder in self-defense. Well, the district attorney at the time, Don Totero, appeared to, after viewing the video, have little interest, but he did ask me to go and interview with Chris Erb, the city police detective, which I did. Shouldn't have done it. Don't ever go talk to these cops, people out there. Don't ever talk to the cops. They're not your friends. They're trying to trick you. They're sneaky little dudes trying to find a way to burn you. It's from first-hand, personal, repeated experience. Trust me. Have you seen the bigger piggies in the starched white shirts? You will find the bigger piggies stirring up the dirt. always have clean shirts to play around in.
I think the city police keep helping Wendy Flanders and Ted Yoder out.
Well then,
they're liars.
I can't answer your question because I haven't been familiarized with all these different things that we've talked about before. Even during your interview that you came in and talked to me about.
Well, they're committing crimes against me. Why are the police helping them? 5 years and 3 months plus, I've been asking the police to help me to stop the criminals, and the police keep helping the criminals to harass me. What do I do?
Ben, they filed a complaint, and I have an obligation to investigate that complaint.
Will you charge them
I advised you of that several times during your interview.
Will you charge them with false swearing if you find that their statements held untruths, sir?
But in today's proceeding, that's a little premature to be saying that.
Overall, if I prove to you that their statements are lies,
If a crime's committed, we must investigate it.
We had a summary appeal hearing in front of District Justice Richard Sims, at which time Kathy Yoder, Ted Yoder, and Jim Wallman testified. Let's see what they had to say and match it up to the film. I want you to remember, Jim Wallman is an officer of the court.
Make it any plainer than that, Mr. Harper. Don't follow me. Don't ask me questions because I'm not going to answer you, period.
Kathy and Ted Yoder, prize superstars from Calvary Church, the biggest, most fundamental Christian church in the county, and the counselor who's been handling my son's case. Certainly, when they put their hands on the Bible, these three individuals would never perjure, lie, bear false witness, as is in one of them commandments, and the things God hates worst, a lying tongue, number one. No, wouldn't do that, would they? Let's see. In their styes with all their backing, they don't care what goes on.
And his camera had contact with Mrs. Yoder's chest during this shuffle, as I recall. When that happened, I believe I recall Mr. Yoder stating something like, "How dare you touch my wife? What are you doing?" Something, words to that effect. And Mr. Yoder then pushed the camera out of the way.
Well, in their eyes, there's something lacking. What they need's a damn good whacking.
Mr. Vonderheim was hiding behind pillars. As our group came out, he jumped out, accosted Jim Wallman, chased us, knocked me against the wall, pushed the camera into my chest twice. The second time, he punched my husband.
Didn't you walk right into me on King Street and grab the camera with your right hand,
No.
Mrs. Yoder? No, you did not.
Everywhere there's lots of piggies living piggy lives.
Yes, he struck me in the face. Prior to him striking you in the face, did you physically threaten him or say anything in a threatening manner towards Mr. Vonderheim?
No, I just told him to get out of our way and quit filming.
Hey, you touch her again? Hey, you touch her again? Hey, you touch her again? Get him. I want him. Get him. I want him. Get him. I want him.
You will find them out for dinner with their piggy wives, clutching forks and knives to eat the bacon.
At this point, Mr. Wallman, does your wife know you're sleeping with Wendy Flanders? Mr. Wallman, do not touch me. Mr. Wallman, get your face out of my way.
Let's really make it good. Come on. Let's really make it good.
Hey, you all
Put the camera down and put it away right now.
I don't think so.
Well, put the camera
for
down.
my protection.
I do not
for my
permit you to
protection.
film me under any circumstances. So leave. Put the camera
I'm allowed
down.
to be anywhere I want in the courtroom. Thanks.
The camera down and leave.
Now, wait, okay.
Your behavior
No, don't put it
is beyond contempt, sir. Come on.
Woman.
Make it any plainer than that, Mr. Harper. Don't follow me. Don't ask me questions because I'm not going to answer you, period. And get out of my woman. Get out of my woman.
I want to know who's cheating my son, Mr. Wallman.
Put that on your website.
Everywhere there's lots of piggies living piggy lives. You will find them out for dinner with their piggy wives, clutching forks and knives to eat the bacon